Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome to the live interview of the Kuoleman Galleria band. And we have members. We have members here. Excellent. We
Just
have
one.
members live. one member live from Kuoleman Galleria. So if you are watching the stream from xrpradio.co.uk, remember to refresh the page and press the YouTube play button so you can watch it there also. But also we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere. Everywhere in the fucking social media. Welcome to the show and welcome to the interview.
Thank you.
Yes. And for the first question, tell me who you are and what do you do?
I'm the lead singer of Kuoleman Galleria. My name is Kimmo Jankkari. Good evening to everybody.
Excellent. Excellent. And let's start the interview with some questions from the audience, from the listeners that I get. First one from Miss Happenings Band. What is the worst or funniest accident or incident you have had on stage?
Yeah, I think worst accident was a year and a half ago in the bar Rock Bear when I came to came to the stage without the mic. I
Oh,
think that's the main or the worst one, and the funniest. Mm, I don't think there must have been so much funny accidents in that kind of way, but of course there's always pumping around and so on, but nothing special comes to my mind at the moment.
you are too serious, band. You don't even have funny accidents. All right. Next up from the audience. If you could play anywhere with any band, what band and where?
Okay, uh, I have to say Moon Sorrow it's the long I have a long time been their fan and that's the dream come true to play opening act of Moon Sorrow. And the second one would be the Sentenced, but unfortunately that's not possible anymore.
Yeah, well, that's my dream too,
So
actually.
yeah.
Is there any place you would play with them?
Of course, Tampere Pakkahuone is still uh, we haven't played there not once, so that's one for sure. And then of course Tavastia Klubi at Helsinki. If we are talking about Finnish venues, but
Well, actually, the question came from American listener, so
okay,
I think that she meant the whole world.
okay. Then I have to say I don't remember so much the venues on the other countries, so have to skip that one.
Okay, let's
maybe
say
maybe
Pakkahone and Tavastia.
of course the big arenas everywhere, and I think okay, one came to my mind. Yeah, when we've started Kuoleman Galleria in 2000, basically okay, we started it 2012, and but 2014 we have all the other band members joining, and we were discussing that the first gig will be in Wacken. So that's maybe something that would we would want to do.
Yeah,
The
and
main stage of Wacken.
yeah, and I don't see why not with Kuoleman Galleria.
Yeah,
I don't see why not. What the hell?
yeah.
Was there any more quizzes? Yeah. One more question from the audience. Who's the band member you rip the piss out of most? Like, which one of your band members do you make the most fun of?
I think it's me, or or at least um, my other band members are joking about me all the time because
All right.
I think it's because I'm running the band. So the
Ah,
leader
yes,
should
of
be.
course.
They want to keep my feet on the ground and so on. Remember my place.
Excellent. And on the chat box also now in the XRP Radio chat box, someone from the chat box was in the gig on the Rocks bar recently, so he wants to say thanks for the gig on there.
Okay, thank you too. It was awesome,
Yes, and
awesome night.
let's continue with my questions. You mentioned that the Kuoleman Galleria started in 2012, but
Yeah,
was there is there any story behind your band when you first started? Have you been playing other bands before that, and what was the idea behind Kuoleman Galleria?
yeah. It started like with my in my previous band Ruinside. There was the Timo Antonen. Nowadays Timo Antonen Asakusa was playing also in Ruinside. He played drums there, and when the basically Kuoleman Galleria started, like I had couple of Finnish lyrics in my drawer or in the computer, I must say, and uh, I would wanted to compose some music around those stories I have written, and basically I asked Timo to play drums for my demo songs what I have written there, and then we made a couple of if I remember correctly, it was like three song demo, and recorded those songs together with Timo. There was no other band members back then, and then the it more songs became to be, and then after we had like something like 10 or 13 songs there, we would start to think that we would like to maybe do an album of them, and then we started to search the other band members. So I was playing bass back then, and basically we would needed a couple of guitarists there, and in one bar night, when we have friends together, all old friends together, sitting and drinking beer, and we told about this, that we had those songs. Uh, then the couple of old friends who were actually sitting both sides of me, left and right side, they raised the hand that they would they would play the guitar, and the band was formed. So then we started to really act like a band, and just pre, prepare to do the album stuff, and we booked the studio, and just if I can remember correctly, the first album was recorded in 2 or 3 days. So it was like we just book an studio for the weekend and let's do the album.
Yeah, that sounds bit like Black Sabbath there.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the story and the like the first punch for this band.
Yeah, and the rest is history. You did mention Moon Sorrow before, but do you have what do you think that in the Kuoleman Galleria band? What are the main influences on your music?
Uh, I would say there are plenty, but if I have to raise something, we have taken influences from I don't want to say band names, but from 80s thrash metal and also the 90s black metal. Those are the
Yeah,
main influencers, and maybe on the later stage, or the last two albums, basically, uh, we would take the more dark metallic style, and then basically started to also at that time listen more of dark metal bands and a kind of melodic black metal, that kind of stuff. So the
Yeah,
bands are many who we have been taken influences.
yeah.
If yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay. And for the new album, Pedon synty. We
yes,
just listened the whole album in the XRP radio album release party we had over there, and some things for this from the song. First of all, the fucking album was bloody brilliant. I personally
thank you,
loved it,
thank you.
and couple of mentions from the songs. Häpeä Paalu. I have to say, the start of that fucking solo. Holy fucking shit! It's fucking crazy in the best possible way. It was fucking awesome song. I loved it.
Thanks.
Yeah, and also from the Kuoleman Morsian song, this came from the chat box, and I quote: "This is a very Celtic frost. I love it."
Okay, that's funny because I don't listen to Celtic Frost so much. I know the band, but I don't remember their album names or anything. So it doesn't been on
Well,
my playlist so much. So that's coincidence.
yeah, it's somehow mysteriously it just swam in your brain.
Yeah,
I think.
probably.
Yeah, and also possibly from the album, my personal favorite was the song Taudinkantaja. It was my personal
Yes.
favorite from there.
Oh,
What do you have a personal favorite on your new album?
yes. I have to say that Häpeä Paalu is also one of my favorites. And another one is Päätös, which is the
Ah, yes.
ending song of the album. It's just something I have never done before, and also Häpeä Paalu was something I haven't never done before. So they're like they're a new style for me to do things. So
Yeah. Do you write all the songs yourself, or does the whole band do the songs with you?
basically, I create a structure, main structure of the song, and I wrote I write all the instruments and lyrics. But then when I uh, when I give them to band, the band start to modify them, and some songs were modified really much. So they have been through metamorphosis during the album sessions, and we always do pretty accurate pre uh, pre-production phase. So we are actually recording all the songs before we record them again in the studio.
Ah, okay, I see. Yes.
So they will modify during that pre-production. They will modify. They will modify a lot. And I
Okay.
have to say, for example, the Kuoleman Morsian was one of the songs. It was totally different when I gave it to the guys, and
Ah,
then all things were changed. Basically, the tune, the tempo, the structure, and then it
that's
yeah
well.
then
That is just shit. What sometimes happens, with songs.
yeah. But it started to work after those changes. So I'm glad that we done them.
Yeah, of course. And
And and
yeah,
and basically all the band is in that preparation phase, affecting to the songs. So they are made by Kuoleman Galleria, I would say.
yeah. Okay. All right. And I from the when I asked about the influences, I wanted to talk about this one. I sense a little bit of horror elements in these songs.
Yeah,
Does horror genre has a big thing in your life personally?
yes, I love horror movies. I'm the big fan of them, and I have a pretty impressive collection of horror movies from the
Ah, me
back of days.
too.
Back of days when we used DVDs and VHS. So uh, I I I dig that genre a lot, and I like the visuality of horror. So
Do you
so
do you
we decided to bring that element to our videos too.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's bloody awesome. Do you have a personal favorites on horror movies? What is? Do you have any, favorite horror?
The original Manaya, the is
Yeah,
the Exorcist. I think it's the name
yeah,
for
Exorcist. Yeah,
the Exorcist in English, yes, and the original version.
yeah. Nothing compares to the original. It's fucking. It's still kind of scary, today. All
Yeah,
the sticks in it, but the
yeah,
atmosphere in that movie, it's fucking brilliant.
yes, yes. And the
Still,
best scene in that movie is when the actor come down to the stairs like in twisted position.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah, and that
Really
was a
love it.
later added, scene that was not in the original theatrical release.
Ah, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's added later on the movie. I think it was made. It's not shot when the movie was made. It's added
Ah,
later,
okay.
very later on.
Okay,
The crab
then
walk
I
thing.
have the incorrect information of it. But anyway, that's the that's the version I saw when I was younger.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, the movie came out. It's an older movie, so I didn't being born also when it came out first time, but in the 70s. But
okay,
uh, but it's a fucking awesome movie. And
sorry about that fact. Uh, a
no,
mistake.
it's
Yeah,
one of the most legendary scenes in the movie, and it
yeah,
is in the part of the movie nowadays, and
yeah,
it is much of the original movie than it can be also.
yeah. But there was also a more newer version, right? Like made it in early. I'm not sure of. Maybe I'm talking shit now, but I remember
Are you talking about a new cut or a remake?
maybe it was a remake. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
a remake hasn't been made, but the remake is in production now,
Okay,
but
okay,
it has some sequels also.
okay. But anyway,
It-
that's the favorite movie of mine in that genre.
yeah,
So
it's also in my personal top
yeah,
10 of horror movies forever. I think Shining is mine in the number
yeah,
one spot.
that's also maybe it's the second for me.
Yeah,
So
okay, but we let's let's talk about movies some other time. Let's talk about
yes,
Kuoleman
yes,
Galleria. Kuoleman Galleria at the
yeah.
moment.
We have to
You
grab some beer sometime and talk about movies.
Yeah, and Miss Happening in the chat box says that the original was made in 1973, but it got released again in the 90s. So the crab walk was added in the 90s in the movie.
Okay, maybe that's the version I saw. So when I
Yeah,
was children.
that's the version that is the most common one of the movie, actually.
Okay, okay.
Yes, let's continue. You were recently on tour.
Yes,
How was the tour? How was it? How did it go?
it went. I have to say, I was positive, surprised how much people people bought tickets there and how smoothly the whole tour went. Actually, we haven't any technical problems. Every band was great and playing like hell in every night, and that the venues were taking their part just as just what we have agreed, and everything went just nicely, and it was pretty awesome, I have to say.
That sounds fucking excellent. So, do you have any future gigs on now planning?
Plans we have, but nothing confirmed yet.
Yeah,
So
okay, but
I
something
don't.
is coming.
Yeah, something is coming definitely, but I wouldn't want to guess anything at this point. So
Yeah, you can check out the band. The website link is in down there, and also their Instagram and Facebook is found at Kuoleman Galleria. So please follow them and check those shit out, so you can check the gigs and everything else from the Kuoleman Galleria band. couple of questions left. What is your personal favorite alcoholic drink?
Beer. more more
That is
more
the
precise more precisely
and he just froze when we
basically
talked about alcohol.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Please
it,
continue. You just
it
froze for a second
yeah,
there.
yeah, you too. So yeah, pale ale is my favorite drink, and also if talking about booze stuff, whiskey always works also.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
most
I'm
common
not su-
question.
I'm not sure. I'm not big fan of totally clear boozes. So beer and whiskey.
Yeah, and that is the most common answer for all the bands that I have ever asked that question. It's beer and it's whiskey. But we are Finnish, so we like beer and whiskey.
Yeah.
And what is the future hold for Kuoleman Galleria besides the gigs? Do you have any big plans? Can you say anything about the band's future?
Yes, I can say that we have now, or I have now 6 songs already done. The basic structure of them is already done for 6 songs for the fifth album, and
Well, shit.
I yes, and I think we are starting the pre-production phase next autumn. But of course, we have the style of my style is that I do a lot of songs. Now I have 18 lyrics done, so I think I will compose the 18 songs, and then we choose from them which we will be in the next album. So the
Okay.
pre-production phase is normally taking time like 2 years or something. So maybe
Oh,
the next release will come to 2026 or something.
but it is coming. It is coming though.
Yeah, it is coming definitely.
So more Kuoleman Galleria. And for the last thing I want to say, when I listen to, I have played, Armon Loppu, your album before Pedon Synty on the
Yes.
XRP radio, and I personally love it also, and all the listeners have seemed to dig it very much when I played. Jean Granier is one of my favorite tracks on that one.
Yeah,
But
it seems to be everyone's favorite
yeah,
song.
yeah. But one thing about your singing, actually, I like your style. I fucking love your goblin like singing style,
Thank you,
and
thank you.
and it kind of takes me, when I listened to the album just before, XRP radio. It's I had some very strong, Mortis vibes from your
Oh,
singing style.
that's surprising. I don't
Yeah.
listen more to this also. Uh, maybe, maybe my of course my I have born 82, so and when the black metal came to Finland, I didn't so much listen to those bands that were with raw sounds and so on. So more symphonic stuff was close to my heart. So of course I listened to Cradlefield and Dimmu Borgir and Covenant and so on. But the other stuff, Mayhems and etc. Games later on when I found them. So
Yeah.
basically, Danny Field was one of my first favorites when I was like 16.
Have you seen the movie Cradle of Fear featuring Danny
No,
Filth?
actually I haven't. I have to
Hold on. Do you
put
do
put put
actually?
put yeah. I have to
Yeah,
put
I
that on my
actually.
checklist.
Hold on. I think I have the Blu-ray here. Yeah, it has not been released ever in Finland. It's I have this a British Blu-ray of it, Cradle of Fear.
Okay.
You can check it out. Yeah, but yes, Kuoleman Galleria, awesome new album. Pedon Synty, please go and buy the fucking album and support some local independent Finnish music, metal music, fucking awesome. And do you have any last words for listeners of XRP Radio and the Finnish Invasion?
Hmm. maybe just like he said, follow us, and buy stuff because that's how the system continues and so on. So I think nothing else came
Yeah.
to my mind.
Hey, one thing.
So,
Can your band merchandise can it be bought overseas?
yes, it can. We have a merchandise. Um, if you're talking about T-shirts and that stuff,
Yeah.
unomas dot fi is the address that where you can buy our merch. And
Yes,
of
I will.
course, all albums can be bought through Bandcamp or through Inverse Records. So everything can be shipped globally and worldwide.
Yeah. Do you have CDs or do you have also vinyls? I think you had some, very limited collector's edition of your all your albums. Do you have them anymore?
All albums are still available in CD format, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that yet, but we have plans to make some vinyl press in future of those latest two albums. So like Armon Loppu, Pedon Synty, but I cannot say any dates. It's in the future, but I think it's coming if everything goes well and we have money for it,
Yeah,
basically.
because printing is not cheap.
No, it not. Certainly it
No,
doesn't.
it's not.
Yeah.
Hey, Kuoleman Galleria, thanks for the interview and for the time for you being here on XRP Radio. And we will play your music in the future also. And next Monday we continue also with your music.
Okay. Thank you very much, and have a
Yes,
nice evening or day or whatever.
whatever. Yes, thank you. And let's end the interview right here.